Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today's video we're going to be looking at our semi-final games against AA for the win. So this team consists of Cerulean, as you well know by now surely. He did leave the other month, so that's why we got Semantic in. So Cerulean obviously being a part of the roster that won the World Championship, as you well know, but he has formed a team with D2 Rav, who's a good friend of mine and a really good player, and Mr. Fish. So you guys might not have heard of these players, but they're definitely really good players. I know them really well. They make a really good team, and I constantly watch them in scrims and other tournaments, and they do play really well together. So definitely a dark horse team that not many people know about at the moment. So yeah, they're going to be going over the semi-final games, so let's get right into it. Okay guys, going off into the first game. So the bans to note for this are Gene and Ems. We know that they haven't practiced a lot with an Ems ban, so we definitely want to bring out the Ems ban. We just don't like Ems in the meta currently. She's really toxic. She can literally 3v1 players, so definitely want to get rid of Ems. So we've gone for the Poco BB Nita comp, so straight away getting a quick goal. We knew they liked the Frank, so Nita counters Frank really well. Then BB versus BB. Normally speed actually wins that, but Semantic going for shield just because you get a lot of value out of Poco heals. So normally I don't really go Poco, I tend to go the other brawlers, but Poco's an easy brawler to play, so I don't get how no one can play him really. So getting a really good pinch there, then it's just a D2 Rav left. So there's literally no way we're not going to score this unless he gets a ridiculous stun on us. So that's a really quick game from us. We're really pumped up for this, and we want to win this semi-final, because if we win this, then we're through to the monthly qualifiers for sure. So let's jump into the next game. Okay guys, so the next game of this set, so you just saw how quickly we won that game. We were just super pumped after the Clash game, so all the nerves were gone at the moment, and we're playing it really well. So Semantic opting to change it for the speed, which I really like. The BB versus BB interactions, speed's always going to be the better choice. So they have gone for Daryl and Jackie, which in my opinion might have been okay. But Nita's going to be really good countering the Daryl for sure. So they actually nearly sneak it in there, but that's a really good stun from Tom. And then Cerulean getting really close here to a team wipe. I get a nice heal there that keeps me alive for a second shorter. And we somehow get the knockback on Mr. Fish, which is really well played from Semantic, clutching up in a vital moment. So the first scare of the game there, that was only the real first attack. And now Daryl has a roll again, but Daryl's just not a good pick against Nita at all. We definitely should have gone someone different. But Jackie was definitely a good pick from them. Jackie getting a lot of value. I get a nice heal on Semantic there. And then that's a really good bubble. We can push up. D2 Rav trying to roll on Tom. He does actually get the kill, and then I just decide to leave him there. So Semantic getting a kill on Mr. Fish. And then I believe we do get close to scoring this. I don't actually think we score here. Semantic getting really close there, but that's a good roll from D2 Rav. But probably would have saved that anyway. So nonetheless, we're still in a really good position here. Tom getting a nice stun on D2 Rav again. And then Tom's job really just keep throwing them bears out. You're going to keep cycling them with this comp. You've got two tanks that just feed Nita's bear really. So Semantic going low against Cerulean. I know I'm like one shot from supers, so I tell Semantic to come closer to me. So now Tom getting a good kill on D2 Rav. That was a really good bubble from Semantic as well. And then Tom slots it in for the 1-0. So as I said before, at the moment we're just playing with full confidence, and as a team there's not really any nerves on our side of things, even though this game matters the most out of every single one we've played. But Semantic going down, oh no, actually manages to stay alive. I thought he was going to go down there. But Cerulean playing a really good Jackie at the moment. But the thing about Jackie is that whenever she's in play, she wasn't banned here. So a lot of people tend to go counters. So Nita and BB are really good counters to Jackie, because with BB you can keep knocking her away, and then Nita's stun counters Jackie really well. So we managed to get the win on that one. Let's jump into the next game. Okay guys, jumping into the next game here. So we realised this comp was really good. We kind of stole it from the opponents when they played in yesterday's games. So Frank is really good paired with B, because you can just break the walls up, and then B is going to be really good. So I use the gadget just to tank a shot, which is definitely the way to play the gadget. You kind of just use it as a little tank, because B has to waste a shot to destroy it. So at the moment, pinching D2 Rav, he is down. Mr. Fish has got big shots, so got to be a little bit careful. They get the first siege bot, which is unfortunate. We nearly got the draw there. So Semantic getting a really good stun there. And then using his, he probably shouldn't have used that gadget there, I didn't actually realise. because he was about ready to finish his stun anyway. But nonetheless, we still managed to defend that really well. And now Semantic's job is just to break up the map. At the moment, me versus Mr. Fish, I've been winning the 1v1. So just taking that gadget down straight away. See how Mr. Fish placed it down to tank a shot. And then I've done the exact same there again. Semantic winning his lane. Tom currently just losing his lane, but then we get Mr. Fish down. So I knew Cerulean was going to shoot there, so I just worked my way around and then kill him there. So at the moment, we've got complete control really. We're getting all the bolts, which is really important. And then they only have, I believe, 3 bolts for the next round, and we have 2 bolts. So at a really good advantage here. We really need that bolt. Cerulean went in. Definitely really bad on his part. He could have maybe sneaked out with it, but at the same time, he was always going to die to the Ike or me if I got a shot on him. So at the moment, 3-2, only down by 1 bolt. As long as we keep control and get a couple of clutch kills, it's going to be really good. So then that kill on Mr. Fish was really, really important. If I didn't get that kill, then it would have been much, much closer. Just because he has his super, he has big shots, so he's in a really good position. And then at the moment, just trying to get Mr. Fish down. I'm not missing many shots at all. As I said, I missed a shot. And then Mr. Fish, I think we trade kills, but then Tom kills Cerulean. So we've definitely got this bolt. We're just completely playing the best we've ever played, really. We're just playing it really, really well. And this is exactly what we practice for. So Semantic getting stunned. There's literally no way they're going to come back on this one. We just played this really, really well. We kind of stole the comp, as I said, from them before, and we've seen other teams run it. It's really, really good with the B, because B just counters BB and Frank really, really well. So winning that game pretty flawlessly. Let's jump into the next one. Okay guys, jumping into the next game. So they have kept with the same comp, which was really surprising. I thought it was going to go like Mr. P or something along those lines to counter the B. So we went Barley to anticipate the Mr. P play. Plus Barley counters B in a way anyway, so Barley going to be a really good pick, getting the B down. So Semantic just flushing out that Frank there. Frank's definitely going to go down. So really well played from us there to get complete control again. And then Daryl's just an overall good pick in Siege. He's really good at picking the bolts up. Really good at getting damage on the Ike. Really good at defending the bots. And then I knew they were going to go Frank because they really like to play Frank. So Daryl counters Frank. I go in there just trying to get a little bit of pressure. I get the safe down to the Ike down to 30%, which I didn't think I was going to be able to get it down that much. And then a really good super from Semantic. So basically at the minute we've absolutely shredded the Ike already. That was a really poor defense on their side of things. And then now all we have to do is win this next bot, and we basically seal the deal as long as we keep Barley alive, because he's bound to do quite a bit of damage with his supers. So at the minute Tom doing a really good job to get D2 Rav really low. I just go on against Cerulean to try and get that bolt, and manage to do so. So at the moment I believe it does go to a tie. Yes, it goes to a tie, so this is really, really important. Tom does go down there, I think, to D2. And then Semantic doing a good job to stay alive. So I believe I do get Cerulean down. I do get stunned though, else I would have got the kill on Mr. Fish. But Semantic getting him down, which is a really clutch shot from Semantic there. So flushing him out again. Tom's going to re-establish his control. Cerulean, I believe I am close to a roll again. So I believe I am going to try and work my way to try and get him here. So at the moment it's really, really tense. Really, really close here. Semantic doing a good job to get that down. And then Cerulean just wastes his knockback there, so I managed to get some good shots on him. Semantic getting Mr. Fish down, and then at the moment these last bolts are going to be ours just because we're in a really good position and we get some good bolt spawns. So we have won this game again. So at the moment playing literally flawlessly. We've won the first 2 sets, and so we only need to win one more set and we're through to the finals and we've qualified for the next stage. So picking up the win there, playing really, really well as a team. Let's jump into the next game. Okay guys, jumping into the first game of Snake Prairie here. So I really like this map. You've seen a lot of videos of this map from me, but it's a really fun map. It's played so differently with the gadgets as well now, so it's really, really fun. So the idea with this comp, I go really aggro here, and I believe I do. Actually no, I managed to escape with little damage taken. So obviously the strategy here, you want Tara to come up with you, place a gadget back, and then push as a team, fight for that mid star, and ideally win that mid star, and then push back and build up your supers. So it's all about getting that first star, and then as soon as you manage to get the first star, Tara can go back and get her super. So at the minute it's just kind of chipping your way at each other, trying to get supers down. So as I said before, you want the bow mines down the right hand side just because it breaks the grass much evenly, and then the Brock super down the left, which should break near enough the whole side down. So don't be afraid just to use your Brock super on the grass, because that's the most important thing. You don't have to go for kills all the time, you just want to break up the grass so enemies don't sneak up. So at the moment everyone's just playing a bit passively. We know how important this is, and especially on Snake Prairie, you don't want to give away anything. So Tom doing a good job sneaking up. He maybe could have got one of them there. We know D2 Rav is over in that bush. Tom nearly getting a double super there, but manages to get bow anyway. So in a really good position here. Tom running back to get his super again. So at the moment, let's have a look what the other team are doing. I didn't actually see. So they're all just going back to get super, which is fair enough because Snake Prairie is all about the last 20 seconds or even like 10 seconds. It's all about the last moments, because all they have to do is kill Tom here or even kill me and Semantic and they'll be winning. So at the moment I get hit by the bow mines, which was a bit dumb from me. So they are pressuring it down. Semantic with a missed super, but it does jump away pretty well. So I get supered and die there, but Tom managing to clutch up there. But right at the end, Semantic does go really low. Cerulean is literally on 99 HP. I didn't actually realise how close that was. So he could have got that kill there, but it was super close. And then Semantic dies. So the draw in that game, really intense. So let's jump into the next one. Okay guys, jumping into the second game of the set. So the first one was a draw. So back to 0-0 again. So really intense game in that one. So at the minute, same strategy. I go really aggro. Cerulean's getting some really nice shots from me. I didn't actually realise how much damage he did to me there. Tom going down there, played it a bit too aggro, but nonetheless, we're just going to push up straight away. Kind of the way to go in Snake Prairie. If you don't get a mid-star or you go down in stars, you just want to go extremely aggro and get all their gadgets down immediately. But Mr. Fish is going to be at one shot here. Cerulean nearly doing a good job to take out Semantic. Getting the mines down on my gadget as well. So at the moment we just want to keep on pressure back literally so much until we get the lead. So at the moment I think I've used like all my gadgets already, near enough. Yeah, I have used all of them and they all have been destroyed. So maybe I should have kept one, but I just really wanted to get that lead because that's the most important thing about Snake Prairie really. So at the moment they've all got supers except for Cerulean. My mine's getting one hit in Cerulean there. So at the minute our job again is just going to be breaking up the map. It's going to be a lot harder without my gadgets so definitely should have saved one on my end. Mr. Fish barely escaping death there on like 50 HP. So I didn't actually realise how close that was again. Just watching his back for the first time. So at the minute I know Tara's down that left hand side. So just going to keep pre-firing. I know she's in that bush. And then Tom nearly catching out Mr. Fish again. That's a good super from Mr. Fish, but not going to be able to take out Tom there. I do get a mine hit on D2 Rav again. So Semantic switching sides. Tom is just going to be sneaking around. It's only a 2-star lead, so literally any of us die, then it's tie game again. So Tom getting a good super on a D2. He gets it out quicker than D2, so manages to get a kill. And then I didn't realise Tom's pet does kill Cerulean, I believe. And then Semantic, or me I think, finishing off the last kill. So really good performance from us. Playing that really well, and as a team, let's jump into the next one. Okay, jumping into the next game now. So it's currently 1-0 in this set. Total set score 2-0. So only needed to win one of the next two games to go through to the grand final. Even though whether finishes and gets to the grand final, don't actually play in that match, but we do qualify for the monthly event. So at a minute again, collecting that mid star, super important. It's definitely the best thing to do. You just want to get really good positioning. It's all about pinching the enemies and trying to get them low so you can get that mid star. So at the minute they're doing the exact same that we were doing to them, just going really aggressive and trying to get the lead back. So Mr. Fish barely surviving again. So I do realise in a few of these moments Mr. Fish just barely staying alive, which is really clutch on their part. And again, he's really low. So they're forced to go back. I believe they are now just going to get supers. So as I said before, a lot of these games can be a lot boring in the leading moments, well in the starting moments, but then towards the end of the game things get a lot more interesting. So you kind of see that trend in Bounty a lot. I do really enjoy playing Bounty, to be honest, but the most exciting parts definitely become at the end, because that's when enemy teams fall back and then the pressure is on there. So really good mind placements from me. The only way they can go is through the left, and then SpenLC breaks that anyway. So the grass is completely destroyed. They are pressuring now. There's only one star in this, so everything to play for. Tom gets a nice pull on Cerulean there. He's only on 100 HP again, so they're literally surviving by the skin of their teeth. Literally in 2 moments there, they could have easily died, but just staying alive. So a lot of things not going our way in this match, but still managing to come on top so far. D2Rav on 100 HP again, so they're just barely surviving these engagements. Tom finishing off Mr. Fisher and then getting a good pull on D2Rav and Cerulean. So that literally seals it there. There's no way Cerulean's going to be killing any of us. So literally a flawless run in the semi-finals against a really good team. Our former teammate Cerulean, who's a really good player. So definitely props to Mr. Fish, D2Rav and Cerulean. They're a really good team who played it really well, but today just wasn't their day. Okay guys, that's going to be the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did film this on the same day as yesterday's video, but just wanted to get these games out before we go outside of my battle log. As you can see, I've still got them in my battle log at the top. So we do go through to the June monthly finals. It did take us 4 attempts in the end, so we've only gone through to 1 month out of 4 so far. So hopefully going to continue this trend. Currently, I believe we are one of the best teams in the game by far. We've got really good synergy at the moment and are playing it really well as a team. So hopefully we can win that monthly final and get some more points on the board. So hopefully we go to the world finals as well. So yeah, things are on the bright side now. Definitely looking better for us. Let me know down in the comment section below what videos you want to see from me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next time.